Hello friends, welcome to Tutorial Days, and in this video I'm going to start a new series called PHP MySQL. So in this complete series I will be covering from beginning to intermediate to the advanced level in this PHP MySQL tutorial. So stay connected and watch the video one by one so that you can get a good grip on PHP MySQL. The first thing is, what is PHP? PHP is a server-side scripting language which is used to develop dynamic web pages. PHP is a server-side scripting language. That means what? This PHP runs on server and not on the client computer. JavaScript is a client-side programming language, while this PHP is a server-side programming language through which you can develop dynamic web pages. PHP is a very popular web programming language which has been there for more than 25 years. So you can understand 25 years is a long period, is a long time, and any programming language which has sustained for last 25 years, that means what? This programming language is very popular as well as this is stable. That is why this programming language has been there for last 25 years. Or else many programming languages came and went, but this has stayed here. Now before we proceed ahead, let me just cast a glance on what is static versus dynamic websites. Web pages developed through pure HTML are called static websites. That means what? There is no any activity involved in that. There is no server-side programming language involved in that. In static websites, there is no database or server-side language involved. Only the front section is there in static web pages. For example, if you have few pages like home, about, services, contact, news, etc. So these are through these 4 or 5 pages or 10 pages you can develop through static web pages rather than using any dynamic. But take example of this Amazon. Amazon is a large website and it is and around more than 1 lakh products is there in Amazon. So it is not possible for each product to create a separate page. Rather, there is a fixed page, and through dynamic web pages, through programmatically, that can be generated different products, keeping the web pages same. So in that case, you have to use dynamic web pages rather than static one. So in short, if you have few pages, 4, 5, 10 pages, up to 10 pages, that is fine if you want to develop static web pages. But in case if you have large websites, in that case you will have to use this dynamic procedure rather than static one. Also, if you have 4 to 5 pages but that requires some programming, in that case, server-side programming, in that case you have to use server-side programming as well. Now let's understand the client and server. So let's see this illustration. I have tried to explain you that how this whole client and server works. So first one, you can see client request a pizza. For example, client request a pizza, and then what happens here? Waiter notes down the order, and then cook prepares the food. And if cook requires, then from storage room it takes some material, or if there is excess material, then it stores to the storage room. So that's the whole procedure, right? Once cook prepares the food, then it gives back to waiter, and waiter once again provides to the client. So this is the process. Now if you see this illustration, there are 2 main parts. The first part is client and rest of the part is server. That means what? Client is requesting the pizza, then this is one section, and in the other section waiter notes down the order, which is the order is taken noted down from the waiter, and then cook prepares the food, and this storage room is for storing and retrieving the material. Now you might be wondering what is the relation between these cook and all that with PHP and MySQL. I will explain you now. Now this is client computer. Okay, and then whenever you request any page, then Apache is just like here waiter. Okay, so Apache handle the request, listens to your request, and then it forwards to PHP. And what does PHP do? PHP acts like a cook, and it processes the request with PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and after processing, and if it requires the text, the data from database, and also process that. After processing this page, it forwards to Apache, and finally Apache once again gives back to the client. So this way, this is client computer. Apache is actually the platform. Apache is like a here handler. Okay, and actual processing is done by PHP, and the storage is done in MySQL. Now let's see a brief history of PHP. PHP was created by Danish programmers Rasmus Ledorf in 1995. In 1997, Israeli programmers Adi Gotmas and G. Surasky rewrote the parser, creating base for PHP 3. So we can say that PHP 3 was stable version. By 1999, they had built the Zen engine, which is still interpreter for PHP. When we run PHP, then there is a software inside that which interprets the language from our language to machine language, and that is done by Gent framework, Gent interpreter. According to Wikipedia data, 78.1% of the website uses PHP. So guys, you can understand how popular PHP is, and PHP is not going to die down so soon, because you can see 78.1%, that means around 80% of the website from around the world is built using PHP MySQL. So it is not going to change overnight. Even if it changes, it will take a long time to change. Facebook, Wikipedia, Yahoo, Photobucket are all built in PHP. Some part of Facebook later was changed, some part will change, but most of the part initially was developed using PHP, and Wikipedia is completely developed using PHP. Now, initial name of PHP was personal home page. Its beginning name, its initial name was personal home page. This, but later it was changed to PHP. That means this is one part, and this was second part, and this was third part, recursive, right here and then like this. That's why I have illustrated here. You can see PHP. So if you directly read, then PPH, it's not like that, it is PHP. Okay, preprocessor hypertext. Its full name is preprocessor hypertext. Initial name was personal homepage, later it was changed to PHP. Now we will see which are the competitor of PHP. ASP.NET, JSP, Node.js, Python, these are competitor of PHP. Through these languages you can develop dynamic web pages just like PHP. So these all are server side technology or server side languages. Now we will see CMS and frameworks. WordPress, Drupal, Magento are popular CMS, and Coordinator, Laravel, Symfony are popular frameworks of PHP. So these are the branches, these are the offshoots of PHP which has made PHP very popular, because WordPress is one of the most popular CMS. Drupal is also used in enterprise level. Magento is most powerful e-commerce CMS. Same way Coordinator, Laravel is most popular framework in the world. Symfony is also one of the frameworks. So these frameworks and CMS has made the PHP really very popular, and it's not going to change overnight at all. So guys, that's it in this video. In the next video, I will show you how to set up environment to run PHP on your local machine. So stay connected and see you in the next video. If you have not subscribed my channel, then I would request you to please subscribe and press bell button. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.